Hi everyone, welcome back to week 13 of me drawing every day for a year. Before we jump into the drawings, I'd like to share some news with you. It was bound to happen, and it happened last week. I finished my first sketchbook of 2023. So I'd like to take this time to just share some of the insights I've gained from sketching for 90 days straight. Okay, let's get into it. Number one, hand-eye coordination. It's improved my hand-eye coordination a lot. When I want to sketch a subject matter now in real life or photo reference, I'm seeing that subject matter a lot more clearly, and as a result, I could put it down on paper a lot more accurately. Number two, it's habit forming. I've read somewhere it takes anywhere from 57 to 70 days for a habit to form, and I'm well into that time frame now. To be honest, for the first 10 weeks of this exercise, I found it a real slog to draw every day. It was a total chore, but somewhere midweek of week 10, my mindset shifted, and I really look forward to drawing that particular night, and that feeling has remained with me ever since, more or less. To be honest, there are nights where I come home late from work, where I haven't drawn for that day, and I have to force myself to keep the streak going, if you will. But for the most part, I enjoy sketching in my sketchbook now, and it's not a forced activity. And the third one, I'm understanding myself a lot more. I have a lot more mental fortitude now, and inevitably when I do a painting or a drawing, I reach a point where normally a year ago I would have given up. I would have gone to bed or watched a video, but now I recognize that point. I just take a breather, sit back, take a walk around the apartment, and then come back to it and attack it again. And more times than not, I push through that point. So that's it. Those are the 3 insights I've gained from sketching for 90 days straight. Hopefully I'll gain a few more insights for the remainder of this year. Thanks for tuning in, and without further ado, here are my sketches for week 13. Week 13 of my sketching every day for a year. The first spread for week 13 are subway sketches. I usually try to sit in front of my chosen subject, but in this case, the empty seat happened to be in the profile area, so I got a profile drawing of a passenger, and then the next drawing was in a more familiar position where I sort of got a 3/4 pose from the person I was drawing. This is something I'd really like to return to, going to a mall, and this scene I'm sure is found all over the world, where you have groups of men just going to a common place, a plaza, a square. In this case here in Toronto, Canada, typically you'll see retired men going to food courts of shopping malls and just sitting down, having coffee. In this case, it's a new situation for me. These gentlemen were playing backgammon, and there were several tables of these men and women here playing backgammon. I'm not too sure why I goof up on that word, but they were playing backgammon. And my next objective is to actually sit, instead of facing the backs of these players, is to sit by the side here and sketch them this way. I'm going to see if I have enough nerve to do that, and if there are any open tables available when this situation presents itself. A garbage spread. I'm going to probably go back, like I do with all garbage spreads, and overdraw this. Hopefully some happy accident, as Bob Ross would say, will occur with overlapping of images, and maybe I'll get something new out of it. And on this night, March 27th, I was with a friend on the subway. I needed to get one more sketch in, and I asked her to pose for me on the subway. Thanks, Jennifer. And the last spread for this particular sketchbook, still try my hand in trying to figure out how to work colored pen into my drawings. One of Charlie Chaplin. I think there definitely is a really strong possibility of me getting a really good drawing, or some kind of Chaplin-esque centric drawing out of that particular person. And going back to something really simple and trying to get it right is an apple drawing. Yeah, that's the last spread. And let's continue on to the next sketchbook to continue week 13. So that's a self-portrait. I really actually enjoy drawing this. It got me to loosen up a bit. And like I said in the video that captured this whole session, the importance or the objective of these self-portraits is not necessarily getting a likeness. Yes, I still want to get a likeness of me, but that's not the major objective for these drawings. It's to loosen up and try to draw me in a fairly quick session where my lines are fairly loose, they're not uptight, and I think I captured it. I really like the line work here. It's loose, it's quick, it has energy to it, and I'm going to try to continue that type of line style into my other drawings. Another garbage spread. I'll come back to this for sure. There's a lot more white space I could fill up. The next one, if you don't know, I'm really into sumo as well, and this is a particular sumo wrestler who's on the wrestling circuit in Japan right now. His name is Taka Keisho. He's one of the top dogs in the highest ranking division there, and I'll continue to draw sumo and paint sumo portraits. And the last spread for week 13 is part of my kitchen. This is where I keep all my appliances in the sort of corner round cabinet thingy that exists there. It's really convenient to stick all my oversized appliances there. So that's it. Thank you for joining me for week 13. I hope you enjoyed it and have a good week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.